right, y'all, so we're gonna go through a hitting routine for today. Again, take free, I'll give you guys, kind of use things that everybody kind of has and then give suggestions if you guys don't have them. But we're just gonna go through a standard routine. I'll hit through with you guys and we'll go through it one by one, go through each drill, each stage, explain to you kind of what I'm working on and what we wanna be focused on, and move on to the next. Hopefully you guys can apply it throughout. So we're gonna first start off with just being on the tee. And then I'm gonna grab, these are called yoga blocks. Okay, we can use a lot of different things. If you have like 2x4s at the house or anything that's kind of square in this shape, like the size of your foot, you can have underneath your feet. This is gonna really just help us stay grounded and also learn to rotate from our middle. And for me, a lot of times I like to spin and yank out of my legs. So again, it's a good reminder and helps me stay grounded while I hit here. So we're gonna set up a tee like more middle here. And then again, we're just gonna take through 5 swings. So you guys go ahead and you can hit along with me. Oh, you gotta love that first swing of the day, baby. Good. Another thing that you guys wanna keep in mind while you guys are doing these is you wanna make sure that this is where I wanna stride to. So if, again, I get my normal stance and then I would stride out to here from like launch, we call that from launch. That's how far the yoga blocks, I want the yoga blocks away and from one another. And so like a bad rep here, right? If you swing or you spin your feet and you fall off the blocks, anything like that, right? We're trying to stay on the blocks the whole time while we're swinging. And again, just hitting without falling off. So I like to do a couple of those, usually like 5 reps or so. And then you can kick those out. Look at that block, that baseball coming back to me, coach. Then we're gonna go to farm boards. So I know that all of you guys don't have farm boards, but these are a really useful tool. We call them like the broke man's force plate, but also too, it's gonna really help you train, especially in the very beginning, to help you move a little bit more reciprocal, or, you know, again, how we like to talk about it is like use the ground just a little bit more effectively. So I'm not like pushing or lunging out of my backside into my front side or things like that, right? So if you don't have farm boards, we'd suggest you get farm boards just because, again, they're gonna last you a really long time. But in the meantime, with that, you can try to play around with some pieces of cardboard. So if you have like a box, like even a pizza box at your house or a box from Amazon or something like that, you can use 2 pieces of cardboard. And if you're on a slipperier surface or concrete or something like that, sometimes that can help a little bit. But we're also gonna take, same thing kind of here, we're gonna go from launch and we're just gonna do 5 swings here off the farm boards from launch. Remember, this is where I'm striding to. Again, obviously direction here when you guys are going through your cage work as well. We try to stay, again, up the middle as much as possible, but also too, a little bit, I tend to go a little bit more right side. I don't want to be, when I start hitting balls to the left side of the cage a lot, that's usually for me means I'm gonna start like hooking or pulling around balls a lot. So especially when I'm going off the tee, especially with the location of where this pitch is, I'm not trying to pull this very much. I'm trying to hit to the same spot consistently over and over again while we're doing the drill. So again, if you guys have seen from the back, like I've hit the top and around the top of the L screen about 2 times in a row. That's kind of more generally where I'm trying to hit this ball. And it also gives me feedback, right? Like I'm not trying to aim the ball to the back of the cage. I'm just worried about how I'm moving. And when I move consistently, I tend to hit the same spots. Not bad right there, Code. Oh, that one makes up for that one. Yep. Can't be great all the time. Oh, not bad, made it for it. Okay, so we're gonna go no board here. Okay, no boards. we're just gonna go from launch. I'm gonna force it a little bit down and away. Let's get this big O paperweight and away a little bit. Yeah, we'll go short tee. If you don't have a short tee, it's okay. But we're gonna go short tee, down and away from launch. And I'm just gonna focus on, again, the reason I'm gonna go down and away here, first off, if you're always hitting the tee down the middle, it kind of makes you, again, only be able to hit one spot in the zone. So we do want to challenge ourselves quite a bit here. And not only am I gonna go down and away, but I'm gonna go super deep, okay? So I'm gonna go super deep in the back of the zone, work on like more of my barrel entry here, okay? And if there's to the first baseman, I'm thinking about hitting a low line drive right through the infield, right down the line. So if you wanna know where the foul pole would be, a little trick is going off the back of home plate. That's actually how you line up for the foul pole. Again, so I'm thinking here, low line drive from the back. Again, not trying to do too much with it. Again, just challenging how my bat's entering the zone. Not bad, huh, Code? One of the things always you'll kind of see me when I set up is I'm always setting up towards the pitcher. And again, I want to imagine the pitch coming into that location and me hitting everything, right? So I want this to transfer, my tee work to transfer over to the field. So always make sure that I'm tracking a pitch in every time I'm swinging. See, so like that one was a little bit more up the line, probably like towards the second baseman. Better, take that. Cool. So again, off the tee for today. On other videos, we'll go a little bit more in the tee work, but today that'll be it for the tee. Get those couple in, and we're gonna go to front toss, and we're gonna go front toss. I'm also gonna grab some heavy balls, and we're gonna go back to these foam boards. All right, guys, so we're set up for front toss here. Again, we're gonna go farm boards, and then we have these heavy balls. We use precision impact slugs. They're really heavy, they have laces, and then also too, they're small, still like a normal baseball. So we really like to use these. These are about almost 2 pounds. So they're pretty heavy, so we use these a lot. If you guys don't have heavy balls, completely okay. One thing you can do is hit softballs if you have those. Another thing you can do is just hit, you can also hit like a smaller, like basketball or soccer ball or something like that. That's another thing you guys can do. And then worst comes to worst, if you don't have any of those things, just hit baseballs, all good. Okay, the heavy balls are just a good thing that we like to use quite a bit. Makes sure that we're hitting the ball square. It also too, in a lot of ways for us, we don't use them to create a lot more bat speed. We use them to, again, work on hitting the ball square, staying through the ball, and then also as well being braced at contact, being a brick wall at contact, so that when we're striking, we transfer energy into the ball. You know, we work on transferring how well we're transferring energy into the ball. I got it out, Code, no worries. Okay, so again, we're just gonna go from farm boards here again. If you don't have these, this is a good time to get out that cardboard. If you guys don't have that cardboard either as well, you could also just go from launch. We recommend, again, I'm sure there's a pizza box or Amazon box or something in the garage or something like that you guys can use just for now until you guys get you some. So we're gonna hit a couple of these. Oh. So my goal here is, again, when you hit one really well, you're gonna hit that back net. Okay, I obviously haven't done it yet, but that's what we're working on right now. Oops, oopsies. Not bad, I'll take that swing though. Yeah, bad. Bad. As you guys see here, I'm not swinging super hard. more thinking about being stable in the ground. Okay, hitting the ball solid. Again, after I swing, you swing all out of control on the farm boards, you're obviously gonna eat it, right? We're not trying to get too big here. Staying and my legs in the ground. Also, make sure when you're hitting on the farm boards or anything like it, make sure we're not getting super narrow, right? We wanna hit from our launch position like we talked about. Wanna be out a little bit. When you first start doing this, your legs might be shaking, okay? This is, again, that's gonna work on some of that instability that you have in your hips too. Ooh. Not bad. Okay, so we'll take that. Okay, we're gonna go off farm boards now for today. We'll go into normal baseballs. We'll go normal baseballs from launch. And then, so again, just like we were doing off the tee, it's normal baseballs from launch now. Oops. Ball had some juice on it right there, Code. I'm even trying. Okay, so like with these obviously from launch, as you've seen, like even off the tee, we didn't stride or anything yet. And that's not always the same, right? Like we change depending on what we're working on today. I did a big back workout yesterday too, so, you know, swole life. Again, it's also really important for me where I don't start yanking into my back and start trying to overswing. So today I'm going like really low, a lot more lower intensity. But it's also a good reminder day for me is that like, I don't have to swing really hard to hit a ball hard when my technique is really good. When my technique's off, I have to swing a lot harder to hit balls harder. And so today is more of like a technique day. And we're just gonna take real low effort levels, not a lot of big moves, not a lot of swings. And again, just more kind of getting everything moving. You come in there, Code. Same thing there. Obviously, as you guys can see, like that ball was pretty in. What was that, like here, maybe? I think black, yeah. Yeah, so like somewhere in here, and again, like I hit that ball up the middle. It doesn't mean that you need to do that, right? I didn't try to do that. I just more so was trying to stay tight. When I saw it inside, again, split second reaction was me trying to stay tight and I didn't want to yank balls. Like typically more than not when I'm in the cage, like I'm not really hitting side nets. If anything, if I'm hitting a side net, it's usually that net. And it's usually when I'm trying to let a ball get really deep. For me particularly, and again, for you guys, it might be a good practice for you guys, is not to sit here and just yank balls into the side net. Because there's another thing too, right? If you guys are hitting balls into the side net and it has good spin and stuff that way, that's good, you know? But when you're hitting balls in the side net and you're side spinning everything and you're just hooking and pulling everything, when you guys get up to BP or off the machine or in games, like you're gonna swing and miss a lot, especially when they have breaking balls. So just something to keep in mind. Ooh. One more, guys. Cool. Okay, so now we're going to, all we're gonna do here is I'm gonna add in a stride. And then also too, we're just gonna move the L screen just a little bit. So we're gonna go a little bit more towards opposite field here a little bit. So I'm just gonna push the L screen slightly over that way and just work on some angle toss here. Again, like I said today, we're not gonna work up to BP today. We're just gonna go from front toss. And so right now we're just gonna do some angle toss. I'm gonna add in a forward move, but I'm not gonna full stride and just swing. I'm gonna go stride stops, okay? So I'm gonna stride, stop, make sure I'm in a good launch position, then Cody's gonna throw to me, and then I'm gonna swing. If I'm not in a good position to swing after my stride, I'm gonna restart, make sure I stride to a good position, and then I'll hit, okay? So it's gonna look a little bit more like this, right? Make sure I'm here. Okay. So as you guys also too might notice, we talk about this a lot more on Farm Plus and some of the things we give education about it. You guys will notice, especially from the back angle, when I'm striding, I'm gonna land slightly closed, okay? A lot of our best hitters that we train in also too, that we studied all throughout baseball, a lot of them land slightly closed. That's okay. And again, I'm not gonna go into detail right now, but just something I wanted to point out with you guys that when it happens, you don't necessarily need to change it, okay? There's a lot of things that go into that. So like that, I didn't want to swing from there. I wanted to restart, set it up again. It's kind of the same thing here, guys, is as you guys also notice when we're hitting, like I'm not in a really big rush, okay? So think of it almost like a sprint, right? When we're training, we don't want to be sprinting through, just getting like a lot of endurance and like swing, 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 swing. Again, big technique day. You want to be fully recovered after each swing. So again, you can get some of your best swings off. How powerful can I be in a split second, okay? Also, big thing here as well, right? Like, again, it's kind of that same mindset. I'm thinking like center, right center field. I don't even really have to think about it anymore. It's just kind of like how I normally set up to hit. Like I'm not trying to pull anything. If I pull something, it's okay. But that's not my intention, right? Like when I'm in the cage, getting my cage work in, like I'm not trying to, turn and burn on anything. A lot of times you'll even see me too. Sometimes Cody will toss certain balls and I'll take. And it's because the same thing too, like I'm not trying to turn on anything right now. So I'm hunting something out over the plate so that I can work on more how I'm entering the zone and really work on staying middle oppo right now when I'm going through my routine. Cool, not bad. Okay, so now all I'm gonna do is we're gonna go back to, I'm gonna do full swing, just progress to a full swing, and we're gonna do it all in one movement now, kind of wrap it up again. 5 to 10 swings here, and then that's it, we'll be wrapped up for today, okay? So 5 to 10 swings here, full stride, progression kind of from where our routine was, see it all come together. And that's more like right there, like that's more of a pulled ball, maybe like slightly left center there. Again, reacting, wasn't trying to pull that ball, just reacting. Ball was a little bit more middle in. But again, I'm still approaching from this angle. I'm thinking right center, reacting in, okay? Oop, got a little under that one. Try to get a little big there. Oh! Gave me the old rise ball there. It's okay. Wanted to take. Good thing too, guys, for like, one thing to keep in mind is like, if you miss hit a ball, like, just give yourself a second, right? Like, reset, refocus. Don't let yourself get a lot of tension. Try to overswing the next one, right? There's no scouts here, right? Even if there was, go through your routine. Take a second to step out. So for me, like I've mishit the last two, right? So even though the ball is jumping a little bit, right? Just because you hit a ball hard, I know what moves play in the game. And like when I feel rushed and I start jerking my bat, I know for me, that isn't good. So I'm taking feedback from that and saying, okay, you know, I need to get better at, again, how I'm going to my load and also, you know, pitch selection or any of those things, right? What it might be for you. If you feel rushed though, something to kind of think about of like, why do I feel rushed? Is it because I'm starting late? Is it because I'm dragging my barrel, right? Is it because the guy that's tossing throwing me super hard, super fast or something? There's a lot of things that you take in, right? And just figuring out what that is and like what you need to feel during these swings to be ready for, you know, games. Again, not just swinging the swing, have a plan. Good, okay. So we're gonna end on that one today. Again, just going through a routine, kind of teaching you guys, and we're gonna start doing these pretty regularly where, you know, at least once a week, we go through a routine with you guys, certain things that, you know, I might be working on, certain drills, gonna be different drills that we're doing all the time. This is also gonna help you guys kind of build your own routines. Again, feel free to follow along, do the exact same things that we're doing, see what works for you, kind of build your own plan. And we're gonna just kind of go through a bunch of different routines depending on what I'm working on and what I think that, you know, some feedback from you guys. So stay tuned. We got a lot more coming. Some days we'll do machine, some days we'll do front toss, some days we'll do, you know, angle toss like we did today, or, you know, BP or even two, here and there, you know, some, you know, live BP where we're mixing some things up as well and going with that as well. So see you guys here soon. Hope you guys crush it.